Hello, time for another Man in Gray book review. Today's book is Subpar Parks, America's Most Extraordinary National Parks and Their Least Impressive Visitors by Amber Scher, published in 2021 by Plume Books. It's 224 pages. Amber Scher is a illustrator and graphic artist, graphic designer, and this book evolved out of her popular Instagram feed. She's a big fan of national parks in the United States, and she's visited a lot of them. And in the process of researching one of the parks, she came across a number of one-star reviews, people who went to these parks and were not impressed at all. And that gave her, she thought this was very funny, and this gave her the idea for doing a series of Instagram posts where she would do an illustration of the park and post this one-star review, and then she would give a little brief description of the park's history and why it's not a one-star park, why you would actually want to go there and enjoy it. And this became very popular, and so this book is kind of a compendium of many of those Instagram posts. So it's an example of a new kind of publishing, one that starts out online and then becomes a traditional print book. And it's very, very entertaining. You will learn a lot about the various parks and monuments in the United States because most of it is, there's 3 or 4 paragraphs in each chapter on the history of the park and what to do, what you can do there. But what makes it really fun are these one-star reviews. And here's a few of them, people who went to these parks and left one-star reviews. For example, somebody went to the Everglades National Park in Florida and wrote miles and miles of nothing. The Statue of Liberty, National Monument in New York, a big green statue, and that's it. Carlsbad Caverns National Park in New Mexico, poorly lit and just plain. Arches National Park in Utah, someone wrote, looks nothing like its license plate. And then there's the Isle Royale, which is a very isolated park in the middle of Lake Superior in Michigan. The review here was no cell service and terrible Wi-Fi. Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. The review is, it's just a big mountain of sand. And then there's Lake Clark National Park in Alaska. Nothing to do there. Then there's Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. The review is cold, dark, damp, and stinky. And my personal favorite is the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii, where the reviewer wrote, didn't even get to touch the lava. So you should, if you read through this, you'll get a lot of laughs, but you'll also learn a lot about national parks, and if you plan on going to some of these, you'll actually have the list of some things you can do there. But you'll also have some bits of humor along the way. The book is Subpar Parks. The author is Amber Scher. This has been another Man in Gray book review. Thanks for watching.